Oh, he surges, but...
He looked good. He was 9 catches, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns. Excuse me. Whew. Sorry about that. But the real star of the game was clearly Ezekiel Elliott. 24 carries, 106 yards. Averaged 4.4 yards per rush. Dak Prescott, though, 11 runs for 82 yards. Spectacular. That's 7.5 yards per run for Dak Prescott.
And a stunned Jalen Ramsey.
The defense came up big with 3 sacks, 5 tackles for loss, and multiple turnovers. So that's nice. Fumble recovered by Jordan Lewis. Jeff Heath with a big interception. Returned 49 yards. Brett Maher, the kicker for the Cowboys. Maher, I pronounce that name as Maher, M-A-H-E-R. Looking pretty damn good. Went 4 for 4 with a 55-yard field goal, no problem. So, looks like they found a good replacement for Dan Bailey.
Looks like it.
Jalen Ramsey, after, had not much to say.
Nope.
A lot of them were, I don't know. When in one of the questions that was asked was, what do you feel, or something like that, when you see a wide receiver like Cole Beasley have such a big game and you can't cover him? The correct response should have been something like, Cole Beasley had himself a great game. We had no answers for him. That's it. That's all there is to it. You're telling the truth. You're giving him the credit that is obviously due to him, and you're not making yourself sound or seem like a jackass. Like, if you talk a big game, that's great. I love that. A lot of people love that. And honestly, all the things that Jalen Ramsey had said about all those quarterbacks, he wasn't wrong. It's just, if you say something you get called out, you gotta step it up. All right, so Jalen Ramsey, I want to see what your next move is. Big fan. Falcons defeat the Buccaneers 34-29. Redskins beat the Panthers 23-17. Raiders get stomped by the Seahawks 27-3.
Not surprising.
Andrew Luck gets thoroughly outplayed by Sam Darnold in a 42-34 Jets win. Mm-hmm. Vikings take care of business against the Cardinals 27-17. Steelers come back to beat the Bengals 28-21. The Chargers easily dismantle the Browns 38-14. Texans take care of the Bills 20-13. In the biggest upset of the day, I would say, the Dolphins beat the Bears 31-28 in overtime.
Yeah, that's
Kenyon Drake fumbling on the half-yard line to win in overtime. Like, he was crying. He had the towel over the head, crying. Poor guy. And then
there's no crying in football.
There's crying in football, just not in baseball. And then when the Dolphins won on a field goal literally as time expired, Kenyon Drake just fell to the ground and started crying again. I'm pretty sure that kicker's getting a new Ferrari or something. Rams squeak out a tough one against the Broncos 23-20.
Just as another point, it's highly questionable now for the Bears defense.
Yeah. Ravens blanked the Titans 21-0. The Patriots are the first team ever to go an entire game without punting or committing a penalty, and still only won by 3 points, 43-40.
So I give them that one too.
And then let me paint a little picture, tell you a little story. So fantasy football through the Run the Point fantasy league, I'm playing against Brett. Now, Brett is beating me by 28 points. I have Devontae Adams. So I come up with all these scenarios of how Devontae Adams could help me beat Brett. All right. And I go to bed and I'm like, I'm going to wake up and I've lost. That's not the case. Devontae Adams not only got me 28 points, he got me 38. So I won by 11 points. Way to go, Devontae Adams. 10 catches. I'm sorry. Yeah, 10 catches, 130-some yards, 2 touchdowns. Just, thank you. Thank you, Devontae Adams. I know it means nothing because it's just fantasy football, but it feels nice to win.
Yeah.
And I had the highest score this week. So, it's nice. Dan Beebe, you won your matchup too.
Yep.
Tony, you did not. Damn.
In my 10 leagues total, I think it is.
Yeah, you're insane. I'm in second place right now in this league at 5-1. I am leading you by a game in the Dan Tony / Sports Dork League. I'm sorry, not league. Division. Yeah. Anyways, Packers win on an improbable, insane comeback by Aaron Rodgers, and Jason Witten is a terrible commentator. He was
so bad.
He's almost unlistenable. It's bad. And then he tweets out that Aaron Rodgers pulled a rabbit out of his head.
CTE.
Do you mean hat, Jason? I think you mean he pulled a rabbit out of his hat.
Yeah, that's probably what I meant.
This is what happens when you have not one, not two, but 3 instances in which your helmet gets ripped off and you keep running.
Yeah. Well, what's done is done.
Yeah, what's done is done, and his playing career is done, and his stable health is done. No, this is his first year. He's going to get better. Not everyone's Tony Romo.
I hope so, because,
I mean, he's not going to be as remembered as Sergio Dip. Do you remember Sergio Dip?
No, but I remember Dan Deerdorf. Remember him?
Sergio Dip was the one that was at the Broncos game.
Terrific.
Yeah. He was at the Broncos game in Mexico City, and he's like, "Oh, the Broncos, we've got Vance Joseph out here having the time of his life." And, everyone laid into him for it.
But guess what?
What?
Nobody tops Joe Namath.
Susie. I don't care about the Jets struggle, Susie. I want to kiss you.
Damn right.
Oh, God.
Custom embroidered sports coat with New York Jets pockets. Take a look at that.
Yeah, it's real nice. Anyways, let's get going. We got our picks that we need to make. Last week we all sucked. All right, there was a 3-way tie for first place. The 3 Dans, we all went 4-6. Tony went 3-7.
Best of the suckage.
We're so bad. Finally, caught up to us.
Yeah. Which is funny because in my Sports Jungle League, again, Sports Jungle peeps, if you're listening, here's a nice shout out. I am well ahead. I'm well over 500 in that league, so
cool.
I'm obviously better there than I am here. But you pick all the games in that league, so I'm at 55-36 or something like that.
Power to you.
Yep. Anyways, so Dan, you're gonna make 3 picks, or you're gonna pick 3 games. Dan, you're gonna pick 3 games.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick 3 games, and then for the last one, I think we should all try and come to an agreement.
Okay.
All right. So who wants to go first?
I can, if you give me a second here to bring up the matchup I was looking at earlier for the first college game.
All right, while you're doing that, I'll go first.
Okay.
And this is going to be the biggest fuck you to the entire game that the entire 2 years. For the first time ever, we're going to have the most difficult pick.
Excellent. I love this.
So let me just run through. Dan O'Shea, you're still in first place, 39-24-2 overall. Dan Beebe, you're in second place, 34-29-2.
Okay.
Tony's 33-30-2. And I'm 30-33-2. All right. So for the first game we're going to pick, we're going to keep it local.
Okay.
Who's going to win between Colony Central High School and Shaker High School this Friday night? Shaker is 7-0. Colony Central is 2-5.
Shaker.
Are there any other details we need to know?
Nope. I'm going Shaker as well.
Yeah, I guess I'll go Shaker if they're 7-0.
Oh, man.
That's just...
And for those of you who are wondering what the hell is Shaker, that's the local high school where I live.
Yep.
All right. Tony also takes Shaker. Oh, man.
No, really? Did you chime in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tony picks Shaker.
All right. I was gonna be like, it's like, get back.
Oh,
to you.
God.
Right, whatever.
Yes. Yeah. Did you like that one, going with the high school?
Yeah, that's different. I mean, I hope someday we have fantasy high school football.
I don't. Jesus Christ. Do you know, like, how many...
That's what makes it fun.
Like, you've never heard of any of these players.
Yeah, but you want to spend an extra 8 hours researching all this crap every week.
Oh my God. You'd have to spend like a year and a half preparing for that draft.
Skim it. Just skim it.
Just skim
Just skim it.
We'll just go through the ESPN 300.
Yeah, exactly.
He's an offensive lineman. Don't care. He's my quarterback. All right.
All right.
What's the next game we're going to pick?
Shall I go?
Yeah.
All right, so my first pick, we got a real ass fest
Oh,
in college football.
taking Florida State.
Well, not quite there yet, but we're going to go FCS. We're going to do Lafayette versus Bucknell. Lafayette is 1-5.
Lafayette?
Lafayette.
Let me see that.
Lafayette?
Let me see.
I don't know. Maybe I'm...
Yeah, Lafayette.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
What's wrong with that?
No, I'm just checking. Just
Oh.
looking at... They've beat Central Connecticut State.
Now
And
you're
that's
cheating.
it. All right. Lafayette versus Bucknell. Well, Bucknell is usually very scrappy in basketball, so I'm going to go Bucknell.
Bucknell. So, yeah, as I was saying, Lafayette 1-5. Bucknell 1-6. Who wants to win that one?
Nobody. Tony says obnoxious yet typical from Dan. So, right, we're going to Albany Pop Warner for my next pick.
There we go.
Dan Beebe, one more time. Bucknell and Lafayette.
Yeah.
Lafayette is 1-5. Bucknell is 1-6.
Oh, God.
Flip a coin.
Waffle pancake.
Yeah. Flip a coin.
I guess give me Bucknell. They deserve a win.
And they're at home, so I'll go Bucknell as well. I feel like
Neither of them deserve to win. Did you hear the record?
they got the crowd on their side, though. Bucknell.
Oh, Tony, Bucknell or Lafayette? Oh, Jesus. Good job, Dan.
Yep.
I like it. I'm digging your style already.
Gotta change it up.
Oh, man. No, nothing from Tony? We'll come back to Tony. Dan O'Shea, you have a game for us?
Yeah. Just trying to decide which one to go first. I'm gonna say NC State at Clemson with the spread, which is 16.5.
Oh, Tony said Lafayette, by the way.
No, I'm going against the trend.
And Clemson, I'm taking NC State to win it outright.
Wow.
What was that? NC State plus 16.5?
17.
17.5.
I'll go NC State as well.
I'm also going NC State.